Good morning, friends. Good morning. Just finishing getting set up here. Good morning. Good morning, Bex. Good morning, everybody. Got our fabrics ready. We got our pattern over there. Oh, I haven't turned all my lights on yet. There we go. All right. Make sure I got all my pieces and parts. I got my iron set up. Good morning. How's everybody's early Sunday morning going? We are going to work on Vortex block, or month 5. I guess I'm upside down. Let's see. Let me turn this. Got you all oriented, right? Good morning, friends. Good morning. We are going to work on the next block in the Legit Kit block of the month. This is month 5, and this is what you get in your package when you get the whole kit. This is what it's going to look like today. And this is actually going to be a pretty easy one today because all 4 of the blocks are solid pieces. There's no subunits today. Super, super, super easy. So this is what we're going to look like when we are done. And today we're working on these 4 blocks right here. I will load all of this onto my YouTube channel when we get done. I'm going to leave those guys right there. They're in frame. And we're going to start with block A5. I don't have music on so that I can put this up on YouTube when we're done. All right. I'm using my light box here so I can see what we're doing. Welcome in, friends. Welcome. So we're going to start with color KW. I'm using this for that one and UG right there. Welcome in, friends. So by using the light box, I can see it better here in person than it shows up on camera. But I can see my sew line is right there. So I'm going to put my ruler out there just a little bit, and I'm just going to put a white line as a cut line. Because I obviously don't want to cut straight through and cut the paper. I can kind of do the old tablecloth method there. Eeks! That went way offline. I almost cut my papers that were sitting there. Ha. That would have been not a great way to start the day. Although I do seem to screw something up the first piece I put on. Seems to be my MO. How's everybody today? Put this back in its little holder here. I'm using just page protectors that you would find in the office store. It's not the best method that I've found, but it works. And then this piece right here we're going to cut, taking advantage of this square here on the corner. Now this fabric is a little thicker, so I don't see that line quite as well. I can see it's right about there. Oh, let go. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the likes. Feel free to share this to all of your other quilty friends. This block of the month, you had to get in at the beginning, but there are other ones coming. There's at least one other one coming. Nothing official, but keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and I'll let you know whenever they do make that final announcement. All right, so this here, I flipped it over. I'm using my light box to see. I'm going to be putting this piece of KW right there. There's my sewing line there. Make sure I've got that sewing line covered. I'm just going to throw a couple pins in down here far away from the sewing line to hold it still. This is going to go here. I'll flip this over. And again, I'm going to put just a couple pins in away from the sewing line. Thank you for sharing the live. Good morning, friends. And then I'm going to double check and make sure I've got my sewing line covered, and I don't. Look at that, it comes down and it's barely touching over here. So I've got plenty down here. I'm just going to shift the whole thing north just a little bit. I've got it cut with a little bit of wiggle room, but probably could have used more wiggle room. This is where that light box comes in super handy. Now I know, yeah, I've got plenty of seam allowance here and just about right down here. So I'm just going to stitch right along that drawn line. I dropped the seam or the stitch length on my machine. Default is 2.4. I dropped it down to 2.0. And then I'm just going, because I'm being persnickety, I'm just going to trim that seam line down just a little bit. Just because it was crooked and it would drive me nuts. Absolutely did not need to do that. When I press, I use lots of steam. That's my choice. All right, and we are covered all the way across. I need to be a little more generous with my cuts today. I'm being very stingy. Next one's going to be RA. And that is going to be this one here. Got a lot of this one. I don't know where the heck I got it from. It's very thick and heavy. Now this one, I am just going to cut rectangle, and I'll trim that little piece off after I stitch it down. This is going to go here. And I'm going to stitch this down. I'm allowed to be persnickety. There's two. Good morning, friends. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we're going to tear this stitch line back. I'm going to use my card right here on the seam line. Fold over. Add a quarter. And trim it off. Trim off the excess. And then I need to get my LM fabric, my lime. Use that right there. Oftentimes with these, once you cut an angle, you're going to have that angle finished out somewhere. So that's how I just found that perfect angle right there. Yep. It is on my Amazon list. It is a light box, and there is a transparent cutting mat on top of it. So it is two pieces, purchased as two separate pieces. It is on my Amazon list because that's where I got it from. Since everyone asks about that, almost everything that I use here is on my Amazon list. And you know what? You can even find Legit Kits on Amazon now for a couple of their kits. Yeah, these light boxes, you can get them relatively inexpensively now. When they first came out, they were quite pricey. Now they're not bad at all. All right, so there is the first block all done. I'm just going to trim it up. There we go. First block is done. So the second one is going to be a 6. This one only has 3 pieces on it. That is how simple this months are. So I'm going to start out with UG and KW. UG and KW. remember how I said that angle. Use that angle. It's right there again. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. There's one piece cut. Oh, good. Nah. She didn't even want to come out of her bed, out of the bedroom earlier, so.
Well, you know, just making sure I was still alive.
Yeah. Got a wrinkle in the fabric here. Let's get rid of that real quick. Good morning, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. All right, so now we'll cover a little bit of the seam allowance. And this one's got to go down to out there. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. This is the 5th month of the Legit Kits block of the month. So piece 1 right here, lay that over. What's up, bud?
Looking for a place to sit my fat ass.
Oh, sorry, I covered my chair up with a bunch. You can empty the chair out.
What work?
I know. And then this one's going to go here, so we're just going to lay that over.
Where's your camera pointing?
Straight down. Hi, Hilda. Hi, Link. And we'll fold that over. Press it here. Unplug myself. There we go. And then we're going to fold this along that next sew line. Trim that down. And then RA here. This one. I just eyeballed that one to cut it.
Why is iron ticking?
It just makes noise. It likes to talk to you. Ah! Okay, thread, what did you just do there? Still threaded, or still threaded. Sorry, mechanical issues here. Don't know why it just did that. I'm using a different thread than what I normally use. And it went really fast. Maybe that was just not a good combination. This is the Legit Kit Vortex block of the month. And it will look, I can't find the full picture, but it'll look like this when we're done. What we're working on today is just 4 of the units. And it'll look like this when we're done. And it is these 4 subunits right here. And we've been on here for 23 minutes now, and we're half done already. This is going to be a quick one. Because this month, they are all big pieces like this. So with month 5, when Mike sent them out, he put a golden ticket in one of them. And I have no idea what that golden ticket is or what it wins you. But Willy Wonka, it got you a tour of the factory. But I don't think Mike's like that. But I bet there's something that'll make you happy. So if you got that golden ticket, let me know. Let me know what it got you. All right, so there's our 2 pieces so far. Here and here. Those look cool. All right. V5. We've got 4 pieces on this one. LM, RA, GR, and HR. So let's get our lime. LM. Where'd LM go? There it is. Welcome in, friends. Welcome, welcome. Link, what are you complaining about? You have such a hard life. Oh, and that one almost is big enough. Well, if we scooch it over just a little bit, it will be big enough. Scoochy, scoochy. I think I only have one more piece I need out of that on here. Because on my little note cards, I put that I need this color for month 2 and month 5. So, we're almost done with this color. Alright, now, I am going to trim this down just a little bit more.
There's my card right there.
Fold it over, because I can see where there's a cut in there. Now, RA, that was this one, wasn't it? Yep. And this one I will eyeball. Thank you for the follow. All right, I'll put a couple pins in there just to hold that exactly where I need it. Flip that over. This piece is going to fit on up here. I'll flip this over. That will definitely cover. My angle's cut a little different, but that's okay. Couple pins way out here, way away from the stitching line. And we'll flip it over and stitch. Welcome in, friends. Hello. All right, now we're going to press this over. There we go. Now we're going to fold on that stitch line. Cut our 1/4 inch. And then we're going to find GR. Just this one right here. Pretty fabric. Looks like it's got dragonflies in there or flowers in there. I don't know. It's cool looking anyways. All right. That. There's my seam line. There we go. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. All right, so this is going to go here. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you. Welcome in, friends. All right, so now we're going to trim here. I'll just tear that fabric or the paper back just a little bit. Cardstock on the fold line, fold it over, and trim its legs here. And then we're going to go for color HR. We just skip this one here. Bed Bath and Beyonce, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. Seam line is right up there. Hello, friends. Mama T, thank you for the follow. So we are working on Legit Kit Block of the Month, block number 5. If this is something that interests you, there will probably be another block of the month that will be starting up this fall. Check out their site. Follow them, especially over on the other social medias. They're a little more active over there. They've got 4 different... Katie's calling. Can you call her back? I don't know what's going on. Where did I get the light board? From Amazon. Sorry about that, guys. Someone was calling in. Did you hear me, hon? Steve. Katie just tried calling in. Can you call her back, please?
Katie Ronos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got the light board from Amazon. There is a link.
On doing something on the computer. Did you see something?
Sorry, guys. Dogs got loud. Okay, so there's block 3. Block 3 is done. So that will go like that. There we go so far. Welcome in, friends. So, one more. And this one has 5 pieces on it. Sorry about the noisy dogs. So I'm going to cut, whoops, GR first. And be this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it sounds like he's having some breathing issues too.
I'm going to go right across like this. And that should give me plenty going down this way.
Right. Just a little bit cold and walk upstairs. Yeah, I was like, since I got the dogs outside, I'm gonna ask Amy. Since I can actually hear you.
What's up?
Dawn would like to go to lunch. You want to go join her at Bob Evans?
Okay, I should be done here soon. So, what time is she thinking?
11:30ish, noon.
11:30 will work. I can
So
do
give her a call when you're done.
Yes, I will give her a call when I'm done. Absolutely.
She is gonna find mom and she's telling her about it.
All right. So,
Oh, just with you. Ah.
is it just for Katie?
Liz and Katie.
Liz and Katie. Okay.
And they need a ride. Yep. So tell you what, she'll call you back when she gets on the live, and you guys can organize all that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get my
All right. So I'm going to trim this so that I can have that at the right angle. Give myself plenty of room over here. All right, like that. All right, and now we're going to find CV, which is this one. Now this one, now I'm using all batiks for here. This has these shiny silver dots on it. I'm using the back side because I don't want the shiny dots. But I needed the fabric, and actually this was a good color fabric for me. So on this one, I'm just going to kind of cut myself a wedge that's plenty big to cover that area. So sometimes you got to think out of the box, and this was something I had already in my stash, and I said, ooh, I can use that the other way around, because if I put those sparkles in my quilt, it would stand out and be not pleasing to my eye. Get this line back up here. I only put one pin in. I needed 2 pins, so I didn't pivot. There we go. All right, so this is going to go this way. Now we've got a right side and a wrong side, so I got to think about that. So it's going to look like that. So we'll have to fold it over. Tag it down here so it doesn't dance. And stitch it down. All right, so there we go. That's good there. Now we're going to put this piece on here, LM. I'm going to fold over. And we'll cut this wedge. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to cover at least. So if you think you're kind of pushing it, if you're not sure it's big enough, make it just a little bit bigger. This here is going to go here. I'm just going to roll it over, flip it over. You don't need to tack it down. I just don't want to play with Jack today. All right, so there, see, we had that plenty big. Now these two are actually the same color, but because this is not quite a straight line, if you were to, this is obviously a straight line. This here is kind of angling. So I'm gonna put that right on that stitch line, trim away this excess. I just totally missed my garbage can. There we go. Now, this is this fabric I don't like, but it's all right. So I need a little wedge of it for here, and then a big piece for here. I'm going to cut both of them while I got it out. I'm going to cut my wedge here, and then my big piece Now I'm using batiks that really don't have a right side and a left side, or right and wrong side, but this one kind of does. That's why I was doing a little bit of the dance in there. All right, pull this out. All right, now I should have all my pieces cut. Hey Tom, how are you this morning? Hey Al, how's life today? Are you in Tokyo still? Welcome in, friends. Bex, you're still in here? Awesome. Okay, so those two pieces. I need my little wedge here. That's going to go right there. Figure out which way to make that work the best. It's going to go right like that. That over. All right. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Now we're going to put this here, fold over. Trim that again. Find the garbage can. Still miss the garbage can, even though I've adjusted. All right, one last piece. This one's going to go here. So we'll fold this down. Give this a little tack. Anyone have any comments or questions? Good morning, Misty. Good morning, how are you? What are you up to this Sunday morning? Here we go. I don't know if it's showing it so much on camera, but I told you this one, it's kind of a batik, but it does kind of have a right side and a wrong side. I've got the two different sides showing there. I'm not really going to be super concerned about it. All right, we're going to trim this down, and then we're going to put all four of these units together, and we'll be done. And here we've been only going for about 45 minutes or so once we actually got going. And that's with all life's interruptions. Dogs, phone call, all that jazz. Alright, and we can turn this off because we're done with the light box. So we've got there, 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 and there. So we're going to sew these two together, and then the two halves together. Yes, this is the final end result. At the end of the year, this is what it's going to look like. We are working on these 4 blocks right here. Right like that. That's what we're working on today. These 4 right here. So let me get these going. So to get everything to line up, I'm going to stick a pin through where that seam line meets this seam line. Make sure it comes out just right on the other side. And right there. And then the same here. That one's a straight seam, so it'll be easier to line up. And then I'm going to drop pins in. Try not to pucker things up too much. Try to go as close to horizontal as possible. And then I'll stitch. This was our cutting line out here. This inner line here between the printed and the dark, that is your seam line right there. I am working with newsprint. God damn it. I guess I gotta slow down with this thread because it just janked up on me again. If you get a kit directly from Legit, it's going to be printed on newsprint. You can get from Amazon, and it's in my Amazon list. you can get newsprint that goes through your printer. And that's actually what this is, because this I printed off. Technically I copied the original, that's why it's a little dark. But the newsprint rips very nicely. I am using some extra thin thread today. Hi, Beth. Hi, baby. I'm using some extra thin thread because I was working on another project that has itty bitty teeny tiny pieces in a foundation piece project. So that extra thin thread, the bobbin weight thread, just lays a little smoother. Doesn't take up as much bulk in the seam line. Tanya, are you still in here? Hello. Thank you for the follow. Now, especially when you use regular weight thread, the smaller stitching length, you're going to be puncturing your paper more, so it's going to rip away easier. I'm using that bobbin weight thread right now, so it doesn't necessarily so much follow that rule. But anyways, this is what I'm going to use Jack for today, is to get rid of the paper in the seam line. Take the back side of your seam ripper and follow right down your stitches, and it's going to finish tearing that paper. It's not going to do anything to the thread. And then when you fold it over, it'll just pop right off without putting any real effort into it. All right. Same thing over here. I'm going to just follow this down through. So how many people in here are quilters? Put a purple heart on the screen if you are a quilter. If you are familiar with Legit Kits, put a blue heart. And if you've actually done a Legit Kit, or have purchased it at least, put a green heart. So purple if you're a quilter, blue if you've heard, oh, sun's alarm's going off. Blue if you've heard of Legit Kits, green if you've purchased a Legit Kit. Anybody in here? Thank you for the rose, Misty. Welcome in, friends. All right, so now I'm going to press these seams open. Awesome. Got some blues and some purples. No greens? We gotta fix that. There are some really cool things coming out. Really cool things coming out. All right, so now we're going to put these guys together. Really cool stuff coming out. You don't even own a sewing machine? Oh, Misty! You need to fix that. It is amazing the number of used sewing machines that are out there on the market right now that everybody bought during COVID because they were going to make masks, or they were home and bored and they were either making sourdough bread or they were sewing or doing something. Welcome in, friends. All right, one more seam and we will be done for today. You leave it to the experts. All right, one more seam right across here and we'll be done for today. My pincushion. All right, so we're going to use the back side here. Yeah, keep an eye out on my, I'm an ambassador for Legit Kits. And we currently have 4, soon to be 5 kits that are in testing. So there are going to be some really cool things coming really quickly. I'm not sure if they're going to drop all 4 of those, of the ones that are actively being tested. I'm not sure if they're going to drop them all at the same time. And there's a 5th one that will be at my doorstep tomorrow. I already have the pattern and most of the fabrics, and I may get started on that this afternoon. So I don't know if they're going to drop them all at once. You're a crocheter. Ah, my daughter is a crocheter. Beth, Piper Productions. Just below you, she is a crocheter. You guys should follow each other. Well, you know what? I have an Etsy shop now. I didn't say that. Go check it out. I do have a few things on there. I may put some other things on there too. Some things I've got laying around. I may put those on there. So check that out if you're looking for something to call your own. All right, we're just going to press this open and this will be done. There we go. Now if you want to compare, you want to add this to what we did for a couple other months. No, that's not right. Yeah, I was going to say, that's not right. Amy, that's not right. I grabbed the wrong one. It's this one. It goes up to this one. Yes, you need to. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. 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 Than Uh-huh. Yes. Misty, the one that just said that she was going to post her pictures, that's my daughter. And she does some really cool stuff. Look at that. Isn't that going to be cool? I love how this is coming together. This here, let me scooch this all over. This is I was getting these guys put together. Next month, it'll be this block right here. It'll be these blocks here. I believe, no, it won't. No, it won't. It'll be these ones over here. I believe it's these ones over here. So then we'll have the whole top row done. Won't that be cool? Anyways, I'm going to kick out here because I need to return that phone call that came in halfway through my live. But I will probably be back on live this afternoon. I think I have to go to lunch with somebody. Beth, I don't know if you're coming too or not, but anyways, I am. I guess I was invited, so anyways, I will get off of here now. You guys all have a great rest of your day. Where am I in this? I'm upside down. That's what the problem is. Grab my camera upside down. Anyways. Yes, I was upside down. Y'all have a great afternoon, and I will probably be back on live later this afternoon. I'll see you back here in the studio.